Hi everyone. I just looked in my little bit of my basket of bits and pieces that I've had left over from making cards, and I found this in there. So I thought I'd make a birthday card out of it. So what I've done first is applied some matte medium onto my non-stick craft mat and ran a piece of twine through it, just normal twine. So it's going to dry and get stiff for the purpose of making a candle. So I'm just going to, how wide do I want it? Probably about, let's do 2 inches first, and I can always chop it down. Okay, and I don't need it so big, so thick, so I'm just going to go 2 inches first and see how I go with that. But I can't roll that up yet because I need the wick to be dry. So this piece, I thought because there's so much white space up there, I'll just take a little bit off it. So it's 5 inches long. So I'm going to cut it down to, say, 4.5. And so I might take off a 1/2 inch this way. So there we go. So that's what we're left with. So my card base is still going to be the same size, but okay, so that's not even, so I might need to take more off that. Okay, we shall do that. So if I take another 1/2 inch off, that should be fine. If I've taken off too much, well, tough. That's what it's going to be. Okay, and probably have taken off too much, but not by much, so. Oh, okay. Alright, so that is 3 1/8. So I've taken off 3/4 inch that way, so I need to take off another quarter. Oh, 2, 3, 4.5. No, that should be fine. I'm going to leave it like that. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, now I thought maybe a cupcake to hold the candle. So this one here, I don't know, sorry, what set this is from. I've had this for zonks. And this has got a cherry on top. So what I thought I would do would be to mask the cherry off and stick the candle in there. So, alright, what colour do I want? I think I want maybe, they're colours that a pink wouldn't match. A chocolate would, but then that might make it a bit dark. A creamy colour might make it too light. So I think I might do it a chocolatey colour. What have I got? Alright, masking and all sorts of things hasn't worked, so what I'm going to do is just stamp it complete. And then cut it out and see where we go from there. Alright, so what I'm going to try and do is colour this icing using a Stampin' Up marker. This one's espresso. So these white stripes are fairly they're not distinct enough, so I'm just going to go over with the Sakura Uniball pen. So that looks good. Now, that's too white, but maybe it'll look alright on the card. Let's see. It's pretty boring. I wonder what colour would look good. Okay, I'll be back. So I've just dried that with my heat gun to make sure it's all dry. Now I'm taking my Ink Essentials embossing pen and trying to open it. I'm just going to put some embossing ink in this white section. Now I can't see a thing as to whether I've got it all or not, all over the place, so I'm going to apply some holographic embossing powder onto it. Oops, hang on. See that there? Really pretty. Okay, well, maybe that'll work. We'll heat emboss that and try and put the candle together. Sort of yellowed it a little bit, so what I'm going to do, I think, is put some glossy accents on after it's all put together. So let's see if this wick has dried. No, it's a bit wet, so I might heat emboss that and come back. Okay, that's dry enough. So now I'm going to try, so I'm going to put that in down there. I'm going to try and roll it in there. So we want it to stick inside that. I wonder whether I should put some, I might put some double-sided tape to start it off. Just so it's got something to stick to. I don't want it sticking out too much. I can cut it off though. So now I need to take something very thin, like my awl, and probably try my hardest to roll this. Okay, That's done there. Now I've got to just make sure that it dries before I start playing around with it. We obviously don't want it that long, so we can cut it down, and the wick will probably cut down a little bit as well. So, but that's what it is there, like a little firecracker. Alright, be back when that's dry. While the candle is drying, I thought I'd take my sentiment out, which is a happy birthday banner. These are from Clearly Besotted Stamps, and there's also a die to match. This is called Mini Basic Banners. So, okay, third cut, well, second cut, but the first one had a, and you can still sort of see it must be on the stamp pad, that bottom or that corner there, it's got a brown mark, but anyway, it's going to have to do. Alright, that's done. So all our elements are now ready to be put together except the candle. So what I was thinking of doing with it, if you've got, oh, there it is, was putting it behind there, so I have to pop dot the cupcake. So we want to chop off about 1 inch, I reckon. So scissors, about there. Okay, I want to try and squash that a bit so that, oh my goodness, I don't have to pop it up too much now. This can be cut to about there. Okay, now we're ready to rock and roll. Now do I want, and I think I will, I think I'll put a yellow, a thin yellow out mat around that to separate it from the border there, so I'll be back when I find that. Oh, and if you could see the whole card it might make sense. Okay, that's what we've got for the front of the card. Now, I'm still not totally happy with this, so what do I do with it? What do I do? So playing around with this to see what works, I think I'm just going to have to be satisfied with the way I've got it here. So I'm using this splatter here for the flame of the candle. So I think I'm just going to stick it down. Actually, what I should do first is stamp the inside sentiment, so I'll do that first. So I'm going to stamp this sentiment that says, I hope all your birthday wishes come true. Stamp set is from Kazaz, greeting birthday. So, and I'm using Onyx Black VersaFine ink. And let's just hope this stamp's good, because I found some of their stamps are not etched deep enough, and splotches of ink appear where they shouldn't. But we've done it well. And what the heck did I do there? I just had some ink on my hand. So what I'm going to have to do there is grab my white pen and there's a bit down there. Bit there. Okay, coloured it in. Wouldn't know the difference. Okay, so when that dries, I will then finish the front. Okay, so we've got the cupcake with the candle. I'm going to put that right about there. And then the happy birthday banner can go front and centre up there, I think. And voila, it's done. Not totally happy with it, but it'll do. Now, I did say I was going to put some glossy accents on this embossing area here, so it's sort of a bit shinier. So I'm going to try and do that now, and probably even put some on the icing. Okay, we are done. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and I'll be back soon. Bye.